In our final installment of Synagogues of Indiana, we take a look at a synagogue in Evansville and a couple other surprises. This is Temple Adas B'nai Yisrael. It is Evansville's only Jewish house of worship, and it is affiliated with the Reform movement. Both Friday night and Saturday morning services are held. On the first Friday of each month, a Shabbat Rocks service is held. On the third Friday, it is a family Shabbat service. There is also a weekly Tuesday morning minyan. The congregation's spiritual leader is Rabbi Gary Mazo. The congregation has had a house of worship since at least 1865. As with most congregations in small cities and towns, there have been mergers in its past history. The two synagogues that merged together were B'nai Israel and Adas Israel. In 1904, B'nai Israel had moved into a new building on Washington Street. By 1925, it had added a classroom building, but on the night of its dedication, there was a major fire. It was rebuilt at that site, and B'nai Israel became known as the Washington Avenue Temple, catering to the Reformed Jews in Evansville. It merged with Adas Israel in 1980. Here is what is left of the Washington Avenue Temple. There had also been an Orthodox congregation called B'nai Moshe. What is unknown is the year that it disbanded. Congregation Adas Israel had originally formed a coalition with Congregation B'nai Moshe, but it did not last very long. Adas Israel had been affiliated with the conservative movement, but upon the merger of the two congregations, the majority preferred Reform affiliation. And since we're looking at a house of worship that is no longer in use, let's take a look at a couple other with the same fate. First takes us to the city of Ligonier, Indiana, which is southeast of South Bend, as indicated on this map. This was Congregation Nahavat Shalom in Ligonier. It was built in 1889. It was of Reform affiliation and prospered until the 1930s. It closed at the end of World War II. It was subsequently used by churches, and in recent years it was purchased by the local public library with the aid of grants and was converted into a historical museum. The museum currently houses several Jewish artifacts, among other items of local historical significance. And now on to our other historical Jewish house. We're looking at a completely restored building that had once been a synagogue. The two pyramid-shaped ornamentation on each corner of the building is topped by Jewish stars. The Hebrew words inscribed on the arch read, Chevrat B'nai Yisrael, Brotherhood of the Children of Israel. And very possibly that may have been the name of the synagogue, Chevrat B'nai Yisrael. It had been an Orthodox-affiliated synagogue. It was last used to hold services in 1990. The building has been renovated and used now as a gift shop next to the stadium that holds a minor league baseball team by the name of the South Bend Silverhawks. As you may be able to tell by the insignia on the side of the building, this South Bend team is part of the Chicago Cubs organization. It was the Jewish owner of the Silverhawks who saw the significance of the historical identification to this building. This site is now on the National Register of Historical Places. And with this, we bid farewell to tours of various synagogues in Indiana. And now on to other states. Bye for now. See you real soon.